Hey YouTube, hey Young and the Restless fans, expect the unexpected this week when Victor and Diane form an alliance. Also, Daniel's world is turned upside down this week when Chance has to arrest him. And Sally receives an unexpected assignment this week. Sounds intriguing. So let's get into all the surprises this Halloween week has to offer. So we saw Chance tell Daniel that he's under arrest. In the preview too, of course, we see Phyllis protesting this and telling Chance that Daniel's being railroaded. But then Christine shows up. "I'm here to represent Daniel," says Christine. Phyllis, though, doesn't trust Christine and thinks she'll only make the situation worse. Spoilers say Phyllis and Christine will share a difference of opinion this week. And the two rivals, of course, have a complicated history. And Phyllis will go to Michael to voice her concerns. And Phyllis will even bring up that she thinks Christine might even throw the case or botch the case. But Michael will try to reassure Phyllis that Christine wouldn't do that, especially not to Danny's son. Phyllis will tell Michael that Sharon is framing Daniel too, but it looks like Michael will be skeptical about that. Although we the fans know that this is true. Phyllis is framing Daniel and covering up the crime. Michael, though, will also warn Phyllis not to try and fabricate any evidence to take Sharon down, but Phyllis will say she won't have to do that because the truth is on her side and she knows that Sharon is guilty. And we know Sharon is guilty of covering up the crime and framing Daniel, but with the new evidence that Chance found, that strange octopus bookend, right, the weapon, that could indicate that maybe Sharon didn't commit the actual crime. We don't know, and this is all speculative, but we never saw Sharon use that weapon. We saw Sharon shove Heather to the floor, and then at one point Sharon fell asleep or she passed out, so the show could be leaving some room for doubt as to actually what happened, okay, and if Sharon was the one that actually did this to Heather. We'll have to see what new evidence turns up, if any, this week. But this week, Daniel's world is turned upside down. Of course, Daniel's going to be arrested and he'll be taken to jail. Christine, though, will do everything in her power to get Daniel out on bail. Spoilers say, though, that Daniel decides to take matters into his own hands. Now, this sounds interesting. What's Daniel going to do? Will he try to escape or make the situation worse somehow? Let's hope not. Or maybe Daniel takes a plea deal. Or maybe Daniel gets out on bail and tries to prevent Phyllis maybe from making things worse. But we'll have to see how Daniel takes matters into his own hands this week. Should be good. But spoilers also say Sharon receives a surprise visitor. Who could that be? Could Chance come back for some more questioning? Or maybe Daniel pays Sharon another visit. Or it is Halloween week, right? So Sharon might receive a surprise visit from the grave. It's Halloween week, so we might see Sharon have a ghostly visit from Heather. We know Sharon has been seeing Cameron Kirsten and, visualizing Cameron Kirsten as this figment of Sharon's imagination. So will Sharon now visualize seeing Heather? Maybe Heather will try to get Sharon's conscience to confess to what's going on. So we'll see, but Sharon could be haunted by Heather this week, so stay tuned. But we know Sharon is still invested in covering up this crime, and Nick told Sharon that Phyllis thinks that Sharon did it. We saw Sharon, too, think to herself that she has to do something about Phyllis. And one idea suggests Sharon might try to do something to Phyllis and make it look like an accident, so Phyllis could very well be in danger. But it's going to be interesting to see how this great story unfolds with all these twists and turns this Halloween week, so stay tuned as we learn what's going to happen. And over with Victor this week, he's going to form an unexpected alliance with Diane. Diane wants Jack and Kyle to pay, apparently, and to make them feel the pain that she's feeling. Jack and Diane had a big public argument that got very heated, and it seemed over the top, almost like it was staged. So what's going on? Jack has also kicked Diane out of the house and out of the company, out of Jabot. They're also going to apparently annul their marriage. But all this seems so sudden and out of the blue. What's really going on? Are Jack and Diane in cahoots? Is this all a scheme on their part to fool Victor? And maybe have Diane act as a spy? We'll have to see. We don't really know what's going on. This could be real and maybe Jack and Diane are splitting up, or this is part of some bigger plan that they have. But Diane and Jack, if they're in cahoots, will continue to play up the part that they're breaking up. Diane also will tell Tracy this week that she did have an agenda when she returned to Genoa City, and Tracy will start to take Jack's side, okay? This could all be real, but it seems so quick and sudden. Could Jack and Diane be staging all of this to go after Victor? We'll have to find out. But Victor will give Kyle a warning this week too, so it looks like Victor will want Kyle to be loyal to his side and not to have any second thoughts about going after Jabot and his father Jack, so we'll see how Kyle handles this. We know Kyle is questioning too whether Diane ever loved them, so could Kyle now too have doubts about his plans with Glissade and going after Jabot, or could this bring Kyle and Jack maybe back together as father and son? We'll have to see. But Claire interrupts a moment between Summer and Kyle too this week, so will Claire spot Kyle and Summer maybe having a close moment? We'll have to see. But Diane told Victor and Nikki about her and Jack's breakup, so Nikki's going to go over and pay Jack a visit. Spoilers say Nikki is worried about Jack's sobriety. And in the preview for this week, we see Jack telling Nikki, "I've lost my wife and my son. I'm not going to lose my sobriety." But Nikki says, "You and I both know it's easier said than done." Jack, of course, is the one who scared Nikki into going to rehab, right? When Jack took that big risk and put his own sobriety on the line in the hotel suite that night. Victor didn't like, though, that Jack took that big of a risk with Nikki. And Victor's been wanting and determined to get revenge on Jack ever since that. Nikki this week is going to find out about Victor's revenge plans, about being the secret investor in Glissade and recruiting Kyle. Nikki will confront Victor, but spoilers say Victor defends his actions, and Victor will argue with Nikki about her paying Jack a visit. Victor and Nikki are going to patch things up eventually, but after this fight, it looks like Victor will take Diane up on her offer. It looks like Victor will recruit Diane maybe, so we'll see what exactly is going on here. Is Jack and Diane split? Is it for real? Or are Diane and Jack playing Victor? Or will Victor be a few moves ahead on the chessboard? We'll have to see how this intrigue plays out. Also, Lily stands her ground this week with Nikki. It looks like Nikki will try to fix things with Lily, repair the damage, but Lily's not going to have it. Lily has aspirations to get Chancellor back and run it herself, but spoilers too say that Lily shares disappointing news with Devon, so we'll have to see exactly what that is. Lily and Audra have been sharing scenes together recently too, so could we be looking at a possible team-up in the near future between Lily and Audra? And over with Nate this week, Nate receives a visit from Amy Lewis. We see in the preview Amy Lewis telling Nate, "Thank you for seeing me again. It's been a long time since I've been in Genoa City." So what's this all about? What's this mystery about? There's been plenty of buzz about the possibility that Nate has a half-brother. Is that what Amy is going to tell him, or will it be about something else? Stay tuned. And over with Sally Spectra this week, Sally receives an unexpected assignment. Will Billy hire Sally maybe to do some home decorating or some remodeling, maybe at the office, or maybe Billy brings Sally on board at Abbott Chancellor for a special assignment of some kind. We'll have to see what's in store exactly for Sally this week, so stay tuned. Also, Victoria will lose patience with Adam and Billy this week, so it looks like Victoria will catch them in another heated argument. Let's hope it doesn't go as bad as the last time, right? Adam just sent out too that smear article about Billy, so Victoria might not like what Adam is doing to the father of Victoria's younger children. Victoria will also confide in Cole this week too, so we'll see more scenes with Cole and Victoria as they catch up, and we'll see if things move in a romantic direction for them or not. But it's Halloween week, so expect some spooky surprises. Plenty of twists and turns are on the way in Genoa City, so stay tuned as we head into November. But thanks so much for watching. Keep it right here for more updates. Watch The Young and the Restless, CBS Daytime and Paramount Plus, and I'll see you in the next video.